I have chocolate in my mouth. Anyway, hello beautiful souls. I hope that you are doing fine and that you're feeling great. And I hope that you can understand that love that I have for chocolate, not so much for chocolate, but sweets in general, is unconditional. Yes. So that would be subject for today. No, it's not about chocolate. It's about unconditional love, because I see that is something that people confuse so much, and they just throw that unconditional love whenever they can, thinking that they are great people just because they say that they give unconditional love and blah blah blah. So I would like just to give you my opinion about that. It is just my opinion, the way that I live, the way that I think, and I hope that it's going to serve you. Many people don't even know what love is, yet they say, oh, I love you unconditionally, I love you. And when I hear that and when I listen to them, how they perceive love, I understand that their understanding of love is superficial. It has nothing to do with love. Yet they dare to say that they love unconditionally. And trust me if I say, love is one of the most misused words in the world, sadly, but it is true. Of course, love is unconditional, but what does it mean? Does it mean that you can love everyone unconditionally? Does it mean that your love should be given to anyone unconditionally? No. At least this is my way of living it. I'm not a Buddha. I don't pretend to be someone that I'm not. My name is Irina and I'm not living in mountains. I'm living surrounded by sharks. And I just try to give my love unconditionally, always, to those who deserve that. Therefore, my love is unconditional, but my presence in your life is conditional as well. Your presence in my life is conditional. So love is unconditional, but relationships are not unconditional. Am I already confusing you? Great, yeah, that's the point. This is the food for your thought, for your soul. So my love is always unconditional. I'm speaking from my perspective because I'm trying to make you understand my point of view, and hopefully that will be helpful. So my love is unconditional because everything I give, it is from my heart, and I don't expect anything in return. Understand? So when I say at the end of my videos, I love you, it means I care about you, because love can be expressed in many ways. And like I said, many people don't even know what love is. So they perceive love in very different ways. So if I say I love you, maybe someone will understand like I love you, I want you in my life. No, it means that I care about you. And that's just one of forms how love should be expressed. And it is not about worrying, because worrying is not an expression of love. Many people don't understand this. Worrying is an expression of fear, okay? Caring is something very different, at least in my case. So whatever I put out there to you, whatever I give you, is unconditional, because everything goes directly from here, from my heart. Every word I put out there, every video that I make, anything that you see from me that I put out there, it is given directly from my heart, and it is unconditional, because my love is unconditional, meaning that I don't do with intention to expecting something back from you. Support is always welcome, but my intention is to find those who resonate with me, that they need help. So that's what love is about. Love isn't about, oh, I will love you, but having an intention or expecting that they will love you back. I don't expect to be loved or to be liked. That That's not what love is. If you have any expectation in return just because you like someone, that person should be liking you as well, or you are afraid of telling them that you are liking them or that you are loving them just because you are afraid how they will react, that's not love. You're not moving yourself based on love, you're moving based on your fear, and that is not love. Love is free, love is light, love is unconditional. You say to someone, I love you, because you want that person to know how you feel about them, but not expecting that they give love back to you. Understand? I hope that you can understand this difference. Many people don't understand this. Having you in my life is conditional, of course. If I see that my unconditional love, the things that I give, is not respected, or that you're not being kind to me, guess what? I won't give you my love unconditionally. My love will be conditional with how you treat me. If I see that I'm not appreciated, I will get up from the table, because there is no point of giving my unconditional love to those who disrespect me. So as you can see, love is unconditional, but relationships are conditional. Why you need to have your boundaries. The only person that you should and must love unconditionally is, guess who? Yourself. Okay? Meaning that you must learn how to love yourself, that you must know what self-respect is, that putting boundaries is not selfish, but it is self-love, it is self-respect. Without knowing any of this, you can't know how to love others if you don't know how to love yourself. If you don't know what boundaries is, you won't understand if someone else is having boundaries. So when you start loving yourself, hopefully that you know how to love yourself properly, when you reach that level of self-awareness, these things will come simply naturally, because you will understand that love shouldn't be pushed. If someone doesn't fit your rules or your energy, you won't force that. Because love is not something that should be pushed. That's not love. If you push someone or beg someone that need to love you just because you say to them, but I love you, oh, you need to be with me, I love you. That's not love, first of all. If you expect, again, something from someone just because you love them, that's your ego talking. That's not love. Because love is free. Okay? Someone simply is clear about how they feel about you, and they don't love you in the way that you expect them to love you, it is simply a sign that you don't even know if you beg them to stay or to push them to love you. It is simply a sign that you don't even know what self-love is. Because the person who is respecting themselves and who love themselves would understand that there is no point. And this applies to any kind of relationship, whether we talk about romantic relationship or friendships. Rules are pretty much the same. Maybe conditions will be different because we are all different person, but conditions like basic stuff like respect, trust, honesty should be part of those rules. First of all, learn what love is. Love yourself unconditionally. Have boundaries. Love yourself unconditionally and love your love unconditionally. Okay? And be mindful whom you give your love to. That is very important. You want to be appreciated, you want to be respected. You must know your values. Learn to give and to do things from your heart without expectation, because that's what love is. When you do things from your heart, that you mean that you have no expectation. Every time you have any kind of expectation, that's not love. And maybe this is for some other video, but people confuse these things so much. So for example, when they are helping someone or when they do things for others, You know, when they don't receive things that they think they should receive, and I'm not talking about respect, that's not love, that's not help, that's some kind of business again. But I will let this is great for some other subjects, for some other video. So like I said, give your, whatever thing you do, whatever you do, whatever you give from your heart. Feel that you're giving from your heart. Don't expect anything, but be mindful about that, who is respecting in the proper way the things that you are giving. So especially if we speak about romantic relationships, be very mindful whom you give your love to. Love is not despair. Love needs love. Okay. Another thing. I'm not here to be liked or to be loved. I'm here to love in my way. Of course, that receiving your comments and your feedbacks about things, my work that I'm doing for you, this is not, I'm doing it effortlessly, but it doesn't mean that it's not a hard work. So receiving your comments and seeing that you are supporting my work to me means a lot, because as well, grateful people show their gratitude, that also an expression of love. Okay. But what happens, for example, some people confuse the things that I give with them wanting something more, and that's not love. Well, this is personal, but I want just to give you an example so you can think about it more. So I made them feel good about themselves, and that is correct. I want you to feel good about yourself. That's my intention. And when I see that I can manage to do that, I feel, yay, that I can touch your heart, that I can reach your soul. To me, it's, yes, that's what I want. But there are people who simply think that they love me, but not love in the way of who I am and for what I give, but in the love in the way, you know what I mean, they want something more. So they think that they love me, and that is quite wrong, because you don't know me. You loving someone meaning accepting that person for who they are, not for how they make you feel. Of course, that person you love should make you feel good about yourself, but that's not what love is about. Love is knowing that person, accepting that person for who they are. And you see, all you can see is my love that I'm giving to you all. But don't confuse it with something else, because, like I said, my love is unconditional, but my presence in your life is conditional, and your presence in my life is conditional. So if I am clear to say, no, you're not loving me, or no, I don't want to have nothing with you, not with these words, but of course that I want to just to simplify things, so they get mad, or they don't receive it the way that they were expecting to. So what we can see, that's not love that we're talking to me, that's ego. Okay? So as you can see, I just give you an example so you can know why conditions are important. And by conditions, I don't mean just any kind of conditions, but basic stuff like respect, honesty. I have my conditions, and some of them, of course, is respect, honesty, loyalty, integrity. And if I see that there are no these things, well, there is pointless to create something that is based on what? Please, love yourself unconditionally. That's how you will teach others how to love you. Be mindful whom you give your love to, and respect yourself enough to know when it's time to get up from the table, when you are not appreciated. Please. So I will continue to give my love unconditionally to you, with caring about you. And if you want to show your unconditional love to me, it shouldn't have any kind of expectation, but simply in the way of gratitude, or there are so many ways that you can show your love without expecting me to react on that, because that's not what love is about. So if you find this video useful, share it with others. It would be pretty much the easiest way to show your love and to support my work. You can subscribe to my channel, you can help my channel to grow. You can subscribe to my newsletters, which is free. Everything that I do is free. So your support means a lot to me. Okay? Till next time, I will continue to love you and to care about you, meaning that's what love is. Love you.